Beautiful day, beautiful soul, and welcome back to Love, Peace, and Happiness Tarot. I am your hostess. I go by Melinda, NailFanatic, and I'm back to do your latest free general channeled timeless tarot message from the download series. So, for all of you who are new, welcome. We're glad we've aligned with you. For those of you who are returning, thank you for the growth on the channel. Thank you for holding it down for the new ones to come around. Okay. For everyone who's here, if it resonates, pick it up and run with it. If it doesn't, leave it where you found it. If you feel like this could be a reading, I highly suggest you get at least a personal TikTok before you act on anything that you hear here, because like I said, this is a general. All right. So, make your choices responsibly. Let your own intuition come into play, because this is what is important for you in every one of your days. We do what we do because we absolutely love and adore our brothers and sisters of humanity. So, with all that being said and done, let's get into these messages. After these messages, we'll be right back. Yeah. All right. So thankful and grateful to be here with you today. We're going to begin with the tea leaf fortune cards. What are the factors for the download today? 3 factors. There's 2. 1 more. Factors in regards to today's download message. For the love and peace and happiness, try heat. The bottom of the deck. The box. You will receive a gift. I heard a gift is being prepared for you. And then it's make you reflect on the title of the latest message. It says something about how long has this miracle been in the making for you? Something like that. How long ago did this? Something like that. Okay. First card out, we have financial pinch, the lobster. A financial pinch. Then we had the pig. Beware of greed. Beware of greed. These are looking like 2 different energies here. Look at this. It's like 2 different energies confronting one another. Okay, so we'll see how that comes into play. This other card came out and it was face down. The barrel. You feel something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, or goals. But it says you will receive a gift. So some sort of gift is being prepared for you. We're going to find out some more. Let's use the daily calm book and see what messages we have. Take the bookmark out. What page in this book has the perfect messages for today's download? Ooh, it's day 126. We are happy when we are growing. We are happy when we are growing. And then on this side, it says, never look at what you have lost. Look at what you have left. Okay. So we love growing. We love growing our finances. Don't look at what's lost. Look at what you have left. Okay. So somebody here has been looking at so much loss in their life, and that energy is reverberating into other aspects of your life, and you could be feeling that financially right now. So let's see what we have coming out of the PNQ Oracle. For the love and peace and happiness, try heap. Soplalo. All right. Show me the energy of the download today. For the love and peace and happiness, try. Shout out to Virginia, our first commenter for the session. All right, let's see what we have. Oh, mommy in her bed, PNQ crawling in her room. But this always looks like you're birthing something. It looks like you're using all of your power to create something new. So there's a gift. You will receive a gift. Let's see what we have from the download oracle for download message today. What does the download oracle have to add, please and thank you? What is the message for the download today? For the living peace and happiness, try here. Soplalo. There it is. Parents, your children believe the things you tell them. Tell them positive things, especially when they make mistakes, because that's when they need it most. So there is two babies playing together. They're children. They're figuring shit out. All right. You're birthing something. You will receive a gift. I heard treat yourself as this child. Okay, so maybe some things didn't exactly go the way you would like them to. Would have liked them to, but treat yourself like a child. In other words, be nice to you. If things ain't going right out there, there's no need, and it serves no benefit. I hear it serves no benefit for you to then berate yourself and beat yourself down about what is going on out there that you really don't feel like you can. You're not seeing where you can do something about it. So then it don't serve no benefit to sit up here being up in arms, being upset about it. Oh, where my day go? About to start crying, lady. Help me out here. Okay. So let's see what's the dominant energy on Earth at this time. There's a dominant energy on Earth right now. Everybody's kind of feeling it. Let's see, what is that? What's the dominant energy on Earth affecting the humans who live here? Thank you. It's the Fool card. Okay, but it didn't come out alone. It has a couple friends up in the deck, and I see the Devil card. Okay, and the Page of Wands in reverse. Excuse me. The bottom of the deck is the Hangman, and it's in reverse. So it's the something is. It's the end of a delay. Something is being delivered. Okay, because I get you. You turned away from some kind of temptation. You didn't fall back into the same cycle of something because you knew that if you did, it would be not good news. Okay. Because that's a dominant energy, we're not going to talk about any of the zodiac associations because they're not applying in this. Okay. There's a lot of temptation out there to do things that's going to keep you feeling stuck and keep you stuck in the same cycle that you already know don't serve you well, that you don't want to be a part of anyways. Okay. You know, it's not good news and you turn in your back to it. There's a lot of people right now who are realizing, well, shit, that just kept me fucking stuck. I'm not doing that shit no more. I see that. Okay. I want to start with the Muse Tarot. I hear the Muse Tarot. So let me get the Muse Tarot out. Let's get some shuffles in on the Muse Tarot. What is the download message that we're to deliver today? I see a 9-card spread. They were showing that to me since early when I took my shower this morning. They was showing me this 9-card spread. So let's see what we have for the love and peace and happiness. Try heat. What's up, clear-minded vibes? So thankful and grateful for your beautiful presence. Okay. So in the past, we have the 7 of Inspiration. 7 of Swords. Also in the past, we have the Death card. Still again in the past, we have the Awakening, which is the Judgment card. Okay. Still in the most recent past, we have the 7 of Emotions, 7 of Cups. Okay. In the current energy, we have the Hanged Muse. Interesting, because that was at the bottom of the deck in reverse. Okay. In the near future, we have the Hermits. Moving further, we have the 4 of Inspiration. So now we're into prediction energies. Beyond that, we have the 6 of Inspiration. And this is all taking you to the 2 of Emotions. They said upright it. Okay. The bottom of the deck here, we have the Knight of Materials, Knight of Pentacles. So I feel like I see that in the past, you had a desire to open up some opportunities and some options for yourself. I do see that. And you became aware. Awareness was created. I see the way that she's pushing the darkness away. Like it was dark, you didn't know, but then you started to get this idea and you started to push the darkness away and allow the light in. You made space to allow the light in. Okay. That led you that on, I feel like that was a very spiritual thing. I feel like that was a very much in your spirit thing. Like it was expanded awareness that allowed in this idea that there was more for you. So it's like you didn't know that something, you didn't know you wanted something until you found out it existed. Thank you. There's something here. You didn't know you wanted it until you found out it existed. How could you want it without knowing that it exists? Okay, so you saw something, you gained awareness about something that you wanted. Here, for someone, this is about an idea. And you realize where you didn't need to go without something, is what the way it's coming through. There was something here that you were going without that you didn't need to go without. Okay, for some of you, this goes back to your parents. Okay, interesting. There's some deep programming that you got from your parents about what life is, what life should be like, what life could be like, right? You got those ideas from what you were exposed to early on in life. And as you've grown up, you've met other people, you've expanded your awareness in some type of ways. Yeah. And you get some idea of what else could be for you from this world, from this life, what possibilities there are for you. And you're like, okay, listen, we're going to have to figure out what has to be done. At some point, I see you saying, we're going to have to figure out what has to be done so I can have that. What needs to happen so I can have that? Now I know what I want. So I'm going to expand my awareness. So there's this pushing out the darkness here, but also at the same time, there was this, I see this struggle because her head is facing down, not up. She's not like looking up, right? So there's this struggle to like not let what you're looking at in the physical 3D experience. And remind you, this is again in the past. Okay, so yeah, so this is not looking up because not wanting to be too influenced by what you see. I'm hearing, don't stop believing. So it's like, what did you believe in for yourself? That started to expand. Okay, well, interestingly enough, so here you are thinking about what you want, and then it makes you go through this transformation. Certain shit doesn't align with that in your vibe. It's a true, honest calling of your heart. So now your life takes you through experiences that cause you to let go and release things that are not part of that path, that are not part of your persona, your psyche, your lifestyle moving forward to that which you've selected here. What does that star represent? There's a calling on your energy. And here, this is answering the call, hearing the call, okay? And it's like, you had this idea, and this pushing this darkness away is like all the obstacles and the barriers to it, they actually come off with this death card. So then in that, the calling becomes one on your heart. So you had to go through and remove some shroud over this calling, is the way it's coming through. You had to go through and remove some shroud over this calling. In other words, there was something that was casting a shadow of lack of ignorance, of naivety, of I don't know, over how to get to this star. You couldn't see it. You wouldn't even be able to lift your heart. In other words, you didn't know the path. This kind of reminds me of when God was like, yeah, you're going to have a whole stadium full of people listen to you talk one day. And I was like, well, I know how to talk. You're going to have to figure out how to put those people together and make sure I get the invitation to show up and talk. Okay. So the awakening card here, the judgment card, you're hearing the call, and it's the way her body language is. She's like, oh, this is on my soul. This is on my spirit. So here you are in the past answering that, right? You're like, okay, so then in the most recent past, here you are with 7 of emotions, 7 of cups. 7 of cups is a card of unconditional love, but in this spread, it's really looking at like, is this it? Is that it? So you start looking at different things. You're like, is this what I'm supposed to? Is this what that calling was coming from? Is that what that feeling that was calling me forward? Is that light that was I had an idea of the light, okay? And then the light started calling like a beacon to my heart, me towards it. Now I'm looking at all of these things. Is this what the other side of that beacon is? Is it any of these things here you're asking yourself? Okay, so in that, you could be, yeah, you're looking at some experiences and some places in your life to see if this is the fulfillment of what that star energy is that's over your head here in this seven swords, where you're trying to follow the divine plan. Thank you. The seven of swords right here is strongly talking about following the divine plan. Get putting that calling on your heart, okay? And you feel that calling, you feel that desire strongly within you. It affects your emotions. Her hand is to her heart energy, right? She's like holding her chest, okay? So then you line up with these experiences, with these people, with these ideas, whatever this is, with these opportunities here, and you're saying to yourself, now, is this what the light was being shown on? And why is the light being shown on this? Why is the light being shown on this? Okay, so then you go into the current energy as the hang muse. I feel like it's still up in the air. And because on my table she's looking like this, you're saying, hold on a minute, let me just look at these a little bit longer. I was like, hold on a minute, let me just look at this a little bit longer. Someone's like, I'm going to consider this a little bit longer. So maybe you took a while to really investigate, to really do your due diligence. Yeah, doing due diligence. So take an investigation into the opportunities that are there for you. But there's this calling on your soul, and I hear, will this be what makes me happy? Will this be what makes me fulfilled? Maybe in your recent past, you've tried different things. Maybe you tried different people, you've tried different connections, you've tried different hobbies, you've tried different foods, you've tried different ideas, you've tried different remedies, you've tried different healing modalities, okay? Whatever that is, I'm hearing the jury's still up in the air for you. The jury is clear about one thing with the judgment card coming in and talking about awakening. You know that there is a calling on your spirit. Now there's this trying to identify, is this what's calling me? That's what it is what I feel like has been going on in your recent past here. You've come to the conclusion of, something's calling you. And with the dominant energy being one of, with the Fool turning his back to the devil, it's like, I'm not going to allow any distraction, because I know that those distractions are bad news. I don't want to, there's this energy of, I want to make sure that my steps are in alignment with my faith and with this vision that I've been given, with this calling on my spirit that's got me feeling. I got this calling on my spirit. I'm willing to go where it takes, but where I know that it's not going to take me into the lower vibe. I know it's not going to take me into temptation. If it's temptation, that's not it. I hear, if it's temptation, that's not it. The temptation is bad news. Okay. So you're coming into this energy. You're going to be like, okay, well, what is my inner voice saying about all these different things? What is my inner voice saying about all these different things? I see for someone here, 7, maybe a circle of 7 is going to go down to a circle of 4. I see that happening here for someone. So, like, for example, if you have 7 people living in the house, maybe 3 of them are going to be leaving because you're looking at some options. You become awakened to something and you've got a goal. I feel like there's this need to stop being the fall guy for everybody and being everybody else's backbone, and get down to the bare basics, which is you and yours, not everyone else and theirs. There's that. Okay. What's unfolding in this, you're going to go into this listening to your inner voice and soul searching energy, and then you're going to come out with this 4 of inspiration. You come out of that period with this 4 inspiration. That's the 4 of Wands energy. This is a new foundation. This is knowing which way to move forward, and it's to create stability, creating new structures in your life. Okay, and this is starting a new path. Okay, it's the lighted runway. Starting a new path. There's a reason to celebrate this new path. I feel like you're going to find your grounding spot. Somebody's going to be finding their roots, their basic foundation, getting in touch with the basic foundation, okay? And something's going to be initiated. There's an initiation happening with this Four of Inspiration, starting something new that is going to be carried out for some time moving ahead with you. I hear a circle of friends, but I also get a circle of four. Somebody's going to be invited to a party, and at that party, you're going to have a different perspective. I hear at that party, you're going to have a different perspective of what options are available to you in a conversation with three other people. So be you and three other people having this important conversation, spending some time enjoying. And there's just something about the vibe and the conversation. And it's like, okay, making those options clearer. So maybe there's some missing information you didn't know. You've been saying, well, there's something here else I need to know. You come into this experience with some other people who are like-minded. There's a very like-minded. Each one of you is highly connected above. There's four people here who are spiritually in tune, who are able to incorporate their higher self in order to channel messages. Okay, do they call themselves a channel? Probably not. They might just think that they're a really cool person, that you might just think they're a really cool person and everybody likes to ask them for advice, or they have good ideas, or they're very intelligent, or they have a lot of wisdom, or something like that. You might see them that way. But whatever it is, these people all have a direct channel connection. And with all of you four together, it's like a masterminding group happening. Okay, solution seeking. Maybe you're gonna run. Yeah, I hear you might run some of these ideas about your opportunities by some people you know, and get some interesting perspective out of it that gives you an advantage. Okay. It's like I'm hearing the phrase insider trading. So it's almost like trading out the inner circle for something. Either somebody is changing in the inner circle, or the inner circle is changing. Now, is this about you in your inner circle, meaning you and your own persona and how you're approaching things? Or is this about you and your own inner circle, meaning who lives in your home, who is closest to you physically? Is this you and your inner circle, as in you and your most confided in friends, or circle of spiritually linked connections? Either way, it's taking you to the Six of Inspiration, which is Six of Wands. It's taking you to the performance. It's taking you to the success. It's taking you to the recognition. It's taking you to that moment when you really shine, where you're feeling accomplished. So for someone, this could be as simple as, listen, you've been having some concerns here, and realizing where you've been feeling stuck, okay, and how that's transpired into other areas of your life. Well, it looks like a conversation is coming up here. As you're seeking the answers, as you're seeking solutions, the solutions are presented, and you align with those solutions. Some of you are going to get it while you're in meditation by yourself. And the group of four, this is like your angels, ancestors, and guides channeling the information that way to you. Okay. But this is saying, listen, you've got it within you, and something in your mind shifts. Now that star becomes something you hold. So before, you wouldn't even lift your head, right? So somebody here really was feeling a loss of hope. They were feeling some hopelessness in the past. But all of a sudden, there's some new awareness that comes to you. You've been needing a new perspective anyways. You're in that energy right now where you need a new perspective. To do what? To trust and turn your back away from the the things that make you feel stuck. You're not stuck. You're not lost. You haven't lost anything. Whatever was lost was bad news anyways. So stop going into the bad news. Stop going into the loss. Here you go, going into, well, this is what's working out for me. And that becomes solidified. Actually, this is where you start saying, well, hold on a second. If I've been looking at everything that's lost and now I'm losing more and more and more. And I heard a different perspective, which said, hey, why don't I learned a new perspective, which is, why don't I, instead of looking at what's lost and looking at, with the 7 of Cups energy, where the illusion was, let me look at what I actually want to carry forward with me. What do I have that are the bones of my human experience that I am grateful for, appreciative of, that I want to carry forward with me? And putting yourself in that energy. Interestingly enough, where's the message? Hold on a second. I'm creating some new cards, guys. I gotta find this card. Okay. So here it is. I am creative. Every moment making use of any of my creative talents is always stimulating all other creative fields in my life as well. I will be showing you the fruits of this for the rest of my life. It took many adjustments to get here. I am here now. So it's like you're having a different perspective about some things that they were very much illusions, ideas that kept you feeling like you were in the dark. Okay. Inspiration coming in here through self-searching. You're finding the connection to the thing that calls you. And pretty soon you become that thing that calls you. That light is shining all over you. So it comes through you. Okay. And listen, it takes you into, you're going to freaking love it. Okay. And it's like whoever's receiving it loves it. And it's interesting because I feel like there is love coming in with this. There is love coming in with this. So you may have been feeling a financial pinch. You may have been dealing with a greedy person or issues of greed. You've been feeling like something was missing in your life, and that kept you stuck in this place where you couldn't see hope. You knew it was there, but you weren't really focused on it. And as soon as you got this idea and you got a greater sense of awareness, you start to let go of things. Maybe for someone it's surrounding a death that has happened in your past. Okay. But it's a real transformation. You've gone through a huge transformation. So the old you don't live here no more. That person don't exist. Oh, you from my past. Oh, you was trying to find me. Well, the thing is, you can't find me like that no more because I'm not who I used to be. So like, I'm a whole different person now. Yeah, because you go through this awakening, and that's a change that happened in you. You start feeling that calling on your spirit, and you start moving towards it. You're looking at certain things in your life, and you're saying, is this it? Is that it? And you're figuring out where's the illusions in it, and you're starting to have the new perspective open up. That new perspective has to do with the dominant energy on earth, which is maintaining your faith, focusing on the light, and not falling into temptation. It's like, Lord, deliver me from evil and lead me not into temptation. Because that's just bad news. You already know something is bad news. You know not to get involved in that bad news. I heard bad news bear. Somebody might have a nickname bear in this. Anyways, you go and you consult your spirit. You go, I'm just going to take some time to think about what is it that I need to see here. Okay. I got some new perspective recently about some things or some ones that I loved, some opportunities that I had. Now I'm realizing I need to process that new perspective that I have. From that new perspective that I have, some things are going to fall off, and I'll be left with the 4 of inspiration, the 4 wands, a new beginning, a fresh start, a solid beginning, knowing what I need to do to move forward. Why? Because I'm going towards victory, and the light is shining on me. This is answering the call of the spirit. Okay, and for someone, the call of the spirit is this simple. What is the path to love? What is the path to love? How can you love more of what you have? I'm hearing renew your resolve and commitment to love the life you have and follow through on it. It's something about the path to love here. Okay. And understanding that There's always something for you to be appreciative of. Okay, this is very much an association with your life purpose. For somebody, the life purpose, you've had challenges in love and romantic connections. Okay, even in family, right? You've had challenges there. We have the Five of Voices below this life purpose of the Knight of Pentacles. We have the Five of Voices. That's the Five of Swords energy. That's the energy. In one card, it's called schizophrenia. You will be torn between this and that and this and that and this and that, and you kept flip-flopping your energy here and there and here and there and here and there, and looking for it out there and looking for it out there, and then here you realize that it's in here. Here you realize that it's not out there, it's in here. Yeah. And in that, you align with others who know that it's in here. In that energy, you're surrounded by so much pure positive flow of vibration, a raised vibration. It helps you maintain and stabilize that raised vibration. Things start making a huge shift, and that shift, the efforts of that shift become apparent for you. By the month of June, I hear by the month of June, there's going to be such a huge increase. I'm picking up the bigger it gets, the faster it grows. The bigger it gets, the faster it grows, is what I'm hearing, okay? And in that path, there's love. In that path, there is love. So it's interesting. As you follow your life purpose, somebody's going to meet their love of their life as they're fulfilling their life purpose. And it's like, this is why, in your experience, anything about love that seems to detract from your life purpose, you're turning your back to it right now. You know that's a bad news bear. You ain't messing with it. Oh, I heard, and that's a bad news too bear. So, shall we dig deeper? The words of clarity are sitting here. They're like, we want to talk. So, I guess they did, because the first one came right on out. With the Seven of Inspiration, we have meditate. Yeah, we told you, you got some big idea. Look at how the colors kind of like really flow well in these cards. That's interesting to me. Yeah, you meditated, you got this idea. It seems so far away. It seems so far away. Okay, so anywhere, maybe the idea you got was, or if it's not, but whatever. This is what I got right now. In the past, you were meditating on how to live love, be love, see the love, be the love, how to bring this money in, something like that, right? Everything seems so far away from you. The money seemed far away from you. The happiness seemed far away from you. The peace seemed far away from you. The love seemed far away from you in that meditation. So you're saying, how can I bring it closer? With the Death card, we have empowering. So because you're having this awareness, as soon as you had that awareness of this new idea, and the idea that, it's because I've been holding it at bay, you start to charge this idea. You start to charge this idea and clear, because some shit is going to fall off. Something going to get shocked, okay? I heard you brought new life. And that's why you end up with the Judgment card in this deck. Is called Awakening. You brought an awakening to this experience, okay? You brought an awakening to your consciousness that this is what I want. I know what I want now. I want to be financially free. I want to be recognized for my arts, okay? Maybe you feel like you've gotten in this financial pinch because your focus has been too much on money, so you're trying to focus more on love, because you know the vibration of money and the vibration of love, those two match. So when you're in the vibration of love, the money comes. So anything that blocked that, anything that was counterproductive to that, falling off in order for you to be empowered, because you chose your empowerment. Okay, with the Awakening card, wow, we have growth. Look at that. That's beautiful. So in growth, there's a liberation that happens here as you're hearing the call of your spirit, as you're growing, and the calling on your spirit of what you need to do is growing, and it's expanding. You're responding to that. Okay, you're feeling it. Okay, in the Seven of Emotions, clarifying that, we have peace. So we talked about looking at all of these things. Is this it? Is that it? Is the other it? So what it was you realized, like, does this bring me peace? And now I'm seeing Marie Kondo. Does this spark joy? And you went through your life, you went through experiences, and you said, does this spark joy? Does this spark peace? Does this put me closer to love? No. Okay, let it go. Let it go. Why is the Hangman here? The Hang Muse. in this deck. Yeah, you looked at everything, you took stock, and you were like, does this spark peace? Because you knew that love is peaceful. So maybe you realize I have to go into peace before I can have love. Okay, with this hang muse, we have transforming. Since you did this clearing work in your life and allowed in things that spark love, that spark peace, that spark joy, that created a physical transformation. You're going into another phase. You're in this period right now, so you could be feeling like, damn, it seemed like I can't make no moves. Feels like everything's on a hold up. Yeah, baby, because you're in the chrysalis right now. You're being held in the chrysalis. There is a time that must elapse in order for rightness to be present. Okay. The gift is being prepared. Stay in the box. Stay in the box for now. Okay. Stay in the chrysalis for now. If the butterfly comes out the chrysalis too early, it's not going to have the strength in its wings to fly. If anybody helps it try to get out, it's going to just assure that very quickly it will die. In other words, there's this fulfillment that is on your life path. It's part of your purpose. And you've been like, well, when's it going to happen? You've been, okay, God, what I got to do to open up this energy? You've been guided this whole way. But the thing is, everything is, I'm hearing, sensitive to the energies. I want to say time sensitive, but they're saying, no, it's not time. Because remember, time is the human illusion. But the energy is not a fucking illusion. The energy is the realest part of it all. So everything is being transformed until your energy is just a right vibrational match to that energy. So there's this period where you still going to be in the near future on this solo journey. The Hermit is a solo journeyer, independent, following your heart's inspiration, letting that. So in this star, that idea only had 5 points, 6 points. Hold on, how many points I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points. It has 7 points. It was a divine inspiration. Oh yeah, that's right, because this is 7 of swords. Okay, so it has 7 points. Now in this Hermit energy, look at how many more points there are. Let's count them. Okay, starting right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So in the near future, that same idea has 30 points. And these different numbers of points on the stars is like the energy coming together, And in this meantime, while you're in this energy where you're completely connected to spirit and you've been reborn, and you're focused on that, and you're in this chrysalis. There are others that you're connected to now. These others could be in the spirit realm because they're sitting on a floating rock in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of the sky. These could be literal people that are tribe energy in your physical experience. Go back to this Hermit. Clarify, why is the Hermit here? Reciprocation. Okay, so here, what you're doing in this guidance. This is guidance, okay? Because this is moving forward. This is prediction energy. This is guidance, okay? For some of you. If you're not doing this already, this is what you want to do. Continue gathering energy to the grid work of what does that love feel like. So for someone, we're literally coaching you into finding that love that is a true connection for you, not a false connection, a true connection for you. And they're saying, and this does apply with finances as well. Okay. So however, fit the outline according to your experience, that you're feeling the resonance with this, because we are talking about money here as well. The reciprocation here. What does it feel like to kiss that energy? What does that energy feel like when you have it there? This is all grid work imagery in reciprocation. So there's the energy of, for the reciprocation to come, you must first feel the reciprocation. That's why in the outcome where this all taking you to, you have it in, there's flesh there, there's bone, it becomes real, and it's really kissing. It's about to kiss. Okay. Whew. Clarifying the Four of Wands. We have study. So like I said, there's some group here. So whether this is your spirit team or whether this is people in your physical experience in 3D who are also all connected, there's study happening here. There's looking at, well, the experiences and looking at the energy and paying attention and like really being observant and going through it. I'm hearing with a fine tooth comb to see what else can be done to refine so you might be tracking your results. Somebody is literally tracking their results with this. Okay. Whew. Moving forward, you have the 6 of inspiration. Now you're embodying the energy of this. You find from the focus of reciprocation while you're on your own and solo, feeling the energy of that love. Now you're living in the energy of that love. You might even have a conversation with a random stranger who don't know you, and they'll be like, oh, well, where's your partner at? And you'll be like, oh, they're busy right now, but they'll be joining me shortly. This person doesn't know that you haven't met your partner yet. But because you affirm something and you're really aligned with that energy, boom, the next thing that happens is a 2 of Cups. So let's look at the 6 of Wands energy. Where's the 6 of Wands energy, please? And thank you. Improvement and expansion both came out. So this star being on your head is like evidence of your improved connection to that love that you've been designing. This heart in the grass, it's looking like something that's been conformed and shaped by these hands, molded and put together by these hands. And you're radiating at that frequency. You're radiating at that frequency. And it had to do with you letting go of the ideas of not having, of not being enough, okay? Of feeling that something was lacking in your life as you put that star over your head and you realize, I'm the one I've always wanted. I'm the one I've been looking to fall in love with. And funny enough, boom, there comes a love externally right after you get into that energy of realizing that it was always about you, loving your beautiful heart, carefully molding the energy around your heart. And yes, I'm telling you, it activates, and it's the beginning, activation, the beginning of a love experience unfolds. So this is how to attract love. Requirement. What is a requirement? You're going to have to go through. This is like if there was a handbook on how to get love, this could be it. The handbook on how to attract a lasting love. Okay. Now, or is that money? Lasting flow of finances, because we were talking about money. How can you kiss the energy of having the money? How can you get at peace with where you're at? At one point you said, I don't feel like there's nowhere to go. Okay, what I know is there's always a way out. You say, I know there's always a way out. And you get in your meditation and you let spirit bring it through for you. So let's go ahead and go into this with the I know. What is the messages here? Let's get something from the I know. For the 7 of inspiration in the past. Thank you. We have a world landmark. It's the Taj Mahal. Taj Mahal. So, ready for your first round of trivia? We have 9 rounds of trivia today. True or false? The Taj Mahal is located in Delhi, India. False. It's in Agra, India. Okay. Multiple choice. How many years did it take to build the Taj Mahal? It did not take 4 years. It did not take 40 years. It took 16 years. 16 is the tower card in the tarot. So with this meditation and this inspiration, it brings down the tower. The tower had to fall in order to get. So there were some false constructs. There were limiting beliefs. It was necessary to push that darkness out. It was necessary to connect to source. Okay. In meditation. Open-ended question. The Taj Mahal was built originally to serve what function? It was built originally as a tomb. An emperor built it for his wife. So, you might have been feeling stuck because of finances after a fallout with a marriage that came to an end, or with a father who died, or with a mother who died. Somebody felt stuck behind a death. Okay, maybe it was, so it's like the energy of maybe the one who died left you stuck financially. Maybe somebody in the past, there's somebody in this experience who's going to be watching this and somebody died and all of a sudden, how did you get landed with all this debt? Oh my gosh. And you say, there's got to be a solution for this. You said, there's got to be a solution for this. Also in the past energy with the death empowering. So actually, there's a whole transformation here that took place to empower you. Clarify the death and empowering, please, in the past energy. Thank you. We have a video game. It's Minecraft. Right. Minecraft is considered to be a sandbox game. True or false? True. Sandbox games are games that allow players to decide their own objectives. So you come up with this idea and you're saying, no, there's another way I can handle this. You know there's another way to handle this. You start getting really solution oriented here. In the multiple choice, which of these enemies cannot be found in Minecraft's world? Well, creeper can be found, zombie pigman can be found, but the goblin cannot be found. So there's something about, it's not the fault of the person that passed. Creeper, it is something here. You had to let go of a creeper. You had somebody who was sitting here lurking, waiting, watching for you to get yours so they could pounce. You had the zombie pigman. You had a greedy fucking person in your experience. You had to let him go. The zombie pigman. This might be somebody you let go before, but every time they keep trying to come back, you had to let that shit fall off. You had to get in your power. Okay. Open-ended question. What Minecraft was designed by a Swedish programmer named Marcus Persson. What company did he co-found in 2009 to continue development of the game Mojang? 2009 is what's speaking too. Partnership 00, infinite potential. Also the space between, distance between, and 9, completion and wholeness. Okay. So it's like these connections with these ones, with this creeper person just waiting to pounce, with this pig, this greedy fucking pig. That shit was keeping you at a distance from collecting what you needed to. You let them fall off. You found that they were playing fucking games with you. Yeah, they thought that they had enough mojo jojo in them that you would just keep them around. All right. Please clarify. Thank you for clarifying the awakening and growth, please, and thank you. Still in the past energy. Was this awakening? Clarify this awakening. Round 3 of the download trivia today. What do we have? Here it is. All right. It's a sculpture. In your recent past, it's a sculpture. It's called The Thinker. True or false? This sculpture was originally intended to be part of a larger sculpture called The Gates of Hell. That is true. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. That's interesting. So, the gates of hell. You recognized where you were keeping yourself by your thoughts right at the fucking gates of hell. You realized by focusing on what you had lost, it was keeping you at the gates of hell. It's fucking hot there. And now a reading I did recently where the frying pan came out. It was jumping your ass, throwing somebody else in the frying pan. Okay. Multiple choice. Which of these was also sculpted by Auguste Rodin, the sculptor of the Thinker? He did not sculpt David. He did not sculpt Venus de Milo. Oh my God, he sculpted the kiss. The kiss. He sculpted the kiss. Oh my God. So if you could think, and what I'm getting is, if you could think yourself right to the gates of hell, honey, you could think yourself right to that kiss. You hear? You could think yourself right to the kiss of bliss with that financial freedom, with the lover you've been dreaming. Dream lover. Hold on a second, y'all. I'll be right back. Give me just 1 second, please, and thank you. right, here I come. Thank you. Oh, here I come. So, you can sculpt. If you could sculpt the gates of hell in your life, you say, if I could think my way into fucking poverty, I better be able to think my way into wealth. If I could think my way into being stuck alone, if I could think my way of being on my own, I could think my way of being into love. And yes, that's true. Okay. Name the sculptor of the thinker. It's Auguste Rodin. Didn't they just freaking say it? How they gonna put the question that they just answered in the last question? Is it? So, okay, there's something there. So there's something about two experiences here. The first experience, because it was the second question, but the first experience where we heard the name Auguste Rodin was already given. They just gave us the answer to the next question. So, and this awakening for your growth, did you go back to something and realize that you already had all the answers you needed from that experience, and that was part of your awakening? It was like solidifying the knowing, okay? Or was it two different experiences that helped you reach the same conclusion? Two different experiences that helped you reach the same conclusion? This could be with other people, situation, or circumstances, clearly, okay? In the most recent past, you had the Seven of Cups with peace. Clarify the Seven of Cups in the most recent past. Why is the Seven of Cups here in the most recent past? Okay, there it is. And we have an actor. It is Robert Downey Jr. He's back again. Okay. In the most recent past. So, true or false? Downey Jr. was featured in an Elton John video lip syncing the lyrics to the song. That's true. The song was 2001's I Want Love. So in your most recent past, you may have been like coming to peace with the idea of what, like, I do want love. I want love from me. I want love from the world. I want a lover. I deserve love. It's okay for me to want love. 2001. Again, you're still having that distance with the 2 zeros in the middle, but there's infinite potential in that distance from that partnership, okay? And you know that single time is something that's necessary to bring in the kind of love that you want. Okay, that's what I heard. So this is about making peace with that and using that as creative energy. Also with that Seven of Cups energy and the peace, it's like, what would that love look like? If I had the perfect love that really was what I truly wanted, what would that look like? What would that feel like? So here you began to really get the expand upon the idea of what kind of love you would want. Because so many people, you ask them what they want, and that what you get is a whole long ass list of what they don't want. You tell them, what kind of partner do you want? You get a long ass list of the shit they don't want. Well, I don't want somebody who's gonna do this. I don't like people who do that. Did you hear the fucking question? What do you want? Okay, maybe you like somebody who scratches their belly. I don't know. Maybe that's hot to you. If that's what you want, you got to be cool with what you want too. All right. You got to be at peace with what you choose. Okay. All right. Somebody said, God, I know there are so many things I could choose from, but you know my heart's desire. I hear in your recent past, but you know my heart's desire. And you know what would be the most fulfilling love experience for me. And somebody here, you say, I invite you, God, to select the love from me. And meanwhile, I'll just serve my life purpose. I'm going to follow this divine plan. I know what my purpose is. It's for me to shine this light that I've found. I'm going to do that. Meanwhile, you make sure you bring the most satisfying, long-lasting, beautiful love experience that I could have ever thought of. I heard that I couldn't have ever thought of because I don't even know it exists. Wow. That's powerful. What a powerful incantation. And anything that doesn't allow that in your life, would you like to uncreate and destroy right now? Yes, yes. Praise. I love that. That was actually a very soft, easy energy. Okay. The multiple choice. For which of these roles did Downey Jr. earn a Golden Globe Award for Best Actor. It was not Charlie Chaplin. It was not Iron Man. It was Sherlock Holmes. So that willingness to really investigate and do the research and reach whatever conclusion it was, whether you were the one who came to the conclusion, like, you know what, I think it'd be best if I just let divine design the next love, or did you really like go extremely detailed with this and start to really look at, well, look, I would really love this in a partner, or did you do both? I heard both. Okay. The open-ended question. What 2008 film saw Downey Jr. earn an Academy Award nomination for a role performed in blackface? It was Tropic Thunder. Tropic Thunder. I'm seeing somebody who prayed or who affirmed or who asked, and as you asked and you gave up that wish to the universe and you admitted that this is what you truly want, it came with the release of emotions. I see tears coming out because there was a realization within it of where you had kept accepting something that was not it, and God, because you got some guidance, it was like, okay, well then don't accept anything that is not that, which is why now you're in the Hangman and transforming. Meanwhile, God is working on your energy to raise your vibration so you could be a vibrational match to that love that you want, okay? And there's this waiting period that must ensue for that to happen, okay? And for that person to be called into your physical experience, okay? So what do we have? This one. It's a country, and it is India. Now, India was in the past. With the Taj Mahal card. This is getting interesting. So there's something about letting go of the past. Because remember what we were talking about. You feel that something was lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, or goals. Okay, because you've been holding on to the past in some sort of way. True or false? India has 2 official languages, English and Hindi. False. India has over 20 official languages. I heard there was so much stuff from your past that you were holding on to that you really had to let go, because they were all creating a different language. They were creating a miscommunication in your energy, because you will look at how you felt about the past. Meanwhile, you're looking at what kind of love you want to bring in that will last. All those feelings is what the universe is picking up the signal of. So that's why you have to let go of the past. You can't look back to the emotions of the past. If you're going to look back to the emotions of the past, they better be the best parts of it, the parts that you love, the parts that you would love to have had last, okay? But not looking at it from a point of longing and missing, but looking at it from a point of appreciation and feeling the energy of that again, recreating the experience energetically, okay? Also, realizing where you're holding on to hurt feelings and judgments and resentments from the past, letting those go. Maybe there was 20 experiences, but maybe it was just about all the relationships you had. Okay. For somebody, you've only had 2. You've only had 2 relationships, but you're holding on to so much the feelings of what happened in those relationships. Okay. In the multiple choice, which one of these is the currency of India? It's not the baht, it's not the kadi, it is the rupee. Strong India energy here. Somebody really likes Indian food. Okay. Open-ended question. Name the second river in India that is worshipped as a goddess by Hindus. It's the Ganges. Somebody like to smoke the ganja. You might be smoking ganja and realizing where you are still holding on to some shit from the past. You might be sitting there hitting a blunt, realizing, oh shit, my mind just went there. Maybe that's the idea that I keep focusing on. My mind just went back to, why does my mind keep going back to that experience? What is it I'm supposed to see here? And then a shift happens in you because you have a new awareness come through about that past experience. And it helps you release the energy of that experience. And so you say, I might still think about it from time to time, but I know that I'm releasing the attachment to it from my mind because I'm realizing some truths about it. Okay? Realizing some truths about it. And every time It happens, I hear it's going to get easier for you to let it go, let it go, let it go, replace it with a more beneficial thought. I hear let it go, replace it with a more beneficial thought. Okay. And because you're thinking in the past, it's influencing the money now. Because your mind keeps going to the hurt feelings from the past and what you don't want. When you think about love, immediately you think, well, I don't want somebody like my ex, or I don't want somebody who does this and that's just like your ex. Instead of going to what would you like to, if every word out of your mouth was designing your next, what would that look like if you were doing it with more intention and deliberateness? Okay. So what's unfolding for you? You have the Hermit and reciprocation. And we talked about the grid work of what that reciprocation feels like. So let's see, clarify. We have an actor, and it's Steve Carell. And Steve Carell, true or false? Carell's first film role was in Little Miss Sunshine. That's false. Before that, Carell had been in Bruce Almighty, Anchorman, and The 40-Year-Old Virgin. So before you could become Little Miss Sunshine about your past, you had to get with God. You had to realize, Bruce Almighty, that you were speaking things into existence, that you had God power. You had to understand, and this is what's unfolding for you now. You're coming into understanding that you got God force power, that you got the power of the spoken word, honey. You can speak shit into existence, just like God did with our entire planet, okay, and everything on it. Then you have to anchor yourself in that energy. You must be anchored in the awareness of how you are speaking shit into existence. You're making shit happen by your words, and you got to begin when you're anchored in it. It's like you live by this. You live by this. It's become your lifestyle. So you start really like scrutinizing and catching yourself, and you're like, oh shit, that wasn't beneficial. How can I tweak that? How can I say that different? That's what you're gonna do here, because you're building the grid work for this financial flow, for this love, for this life that you're creating for yourself. Okay. And the 40-year-old virgin, there's going to be this resting period where you're going to get firm in it, where you're going to get steady in it. And it looks like the next position here, that resting period, the 40, giving me the 4 of inspirations energy here, and the study. That's what that 40-year period is. All that's necessary before you can become Little Miss Sunshine. In other words, all that's necessary before you could become the vibrational match to the money, before you could become the vibrational match to the love, before you could become the vibrational match to that lifestyle, to that fulfillment of that experience. Okay, so now we land ourselves here with study and the 4 of Wands. Clarify this energy here in the near future. Moving forward, what do we have? Why is this 4 of Wands here? Clarify this 4 of Wands, please, and thank you. Okay, this one that went right here, not those that went down there. Let me pick them up, though. Don't want to just leave them there. Do we give them honorable mention? I don't want to do all that. That's a lot of extra. Angelina looking at me on the deck over there. Oh, my God, you guys. Okay. All right. In the near future, clarifying the 4 of Wands, we have food, and it's sushi, baby. Sushi. All right. True or false? Bushido is the Japanese term for a master sushi chef. False. A master sushi chef is shokunin. Bushido is the samurai code of honor. Okay. What you need to know in this, what's unfolding in your experience with this 40 years, okay, 40 years or 4 months or whatever it is. It's a period of time that it takes you to get stable and practice in this building of the grit work that you're studying here. What's happening here is you're becoming a master at it. You do it over and over again until you become a master. That's what's happening here in the near future. You're becoming a master of it, okay? Of paying attention to your energy, feeling the vibes. What is your mind focused on? What is that creating? Understanding that, understanding where it needs twerking and shifting, where you need to twerk that thing, girl. Okay. Which one of these condiments is not typically served with sushi? Pickled ginger is typically served with sushi. Wasabi is typically served with sushi, but fish sauce is not typically served as a condiment with sushi. So what I'm getting is interesting, because I haven't had allergies or this drainage in a while, and it just started during the show. Okay. Wasabi is served with sushi, and you're coming into the sushi energy. Wasabi, if you put too much wasabi on your sushi, what I know, and I only eat baked lasagna really in sushi, just so you know. You want to take me out for sushi, I'm having baked lasagna, Japanese lasagna. Okay. Anyway, put too much wasabi on it, it's gonna ring through my ears and sting my eyes, your Spanish lullaby. Okay, so something here about Spaniards, something about La Isla Bonita, something about Madonna here, something about the stinging, though. That song came up when I was thinking about the stinging. You know, wasabi, it's that nasal hot. It's like horseradish. It's that nasal hot, okay? So it might sting you, okay? It might sting your nasals, okay? In other words, it's going to sting. And it's about in this, okay, because it's reflecting to the drainage. In this, it's the shedding of, it's the shedding of the obstructions that are limiting the active use of the pineal gland. Thank you. Okay. Pickled ginger. Why is pickled ginger here? Is there something? Somebody's a redhead. Somebody's a ginger. Okay. They're giving me what redhead. They're giving me the intense passion. Now it feels like allergies. Okay. They're giving me the intense passion and the fiery drive to go through these experiences. Okay. You know that something's happening because you can sense it in your body. You're acting different and your body is responding different to things. You're feeling a sensitivity to the energies that are around you and responding accordingly. Becoming a master. Thank you. All right. What you're not going to do in this study period, and they're saying, make sure you don't act like a dead fish. Fish sauce. You're not fish sauce. You can't just sit up here and act like a dead fish. Okay, that's what I heard. Open-ended question. What is nori? Seaweed. It's a name for thin sheets of seaweed often used to wrap sushi. Well, I just want you to know that somebody going to be having sushi for dinner one night with some friends while they studying. Epic conversations, going to give you some awesome insight. Again, awesome insight. You might be having sushi with friends. You might be having some nori at home or with friends. Information. You might be sharing your findings, what you've learned about this energy, right? Okay. But you're becoming a master. Either way, that's happening. All right. Moving forward, the next phase from that, you go into the 6 of Wands with improvement and expansion. So let's clarify. Why is this 6 of Wands here? Moving forward for tribe, please and thank you. All right. And we have a company, and it's Shell Oil. Oh God, I'm glad we're almost done. This is round 8 of trivia. True or false? Shell Oil started as a company that sold seashells. True. Founder Marcus Samuels originally sold antiques, but expanded to importing seashells. I hear Sally sells shells by the seashore. Can you say that 3 times fast? Okay. Okay, so in this victory energy, you originally sold antiques, but you started importing seashells. You originally sold antiques. In other words, you were originally recycling this old vibe. But seashells, okay, you started, seashells are not antiques. They are not man-made. They are made by God, by animals, by nature. Okay. So you started connecting more to the authentic self, to natural creation, okay? In other words, you stopped trying to do shit the old way in attracting, and by making it happen, you started doing things the divine way by What are you creating yourself to be and matching that vibe? That's what's coming through there. That's why you have the improvement and the expansion. Multiple choice. What type of shell is depicted in the logo? It's not an abalone. It's not a clam. It's a scallop. I hear in this energy when I read Scout, they showed me some architecture back in Denver, in the old Baker neighborhood where they it's a historical neighborhood, and they have scallop edging on the houses. Okay, and then they showed me fine linens and fine laces, and I see the scalloped edging. Scalloped edging is like beautifying. It's a beautifying. It's a trim. It's an extra. It's not necessary for any piece of clothing, or it definitely wasn't necessary on the houses. The fucking rules was there. You know what I'm saying? It was to make it pretty. So there's something here about in this new level of expansion, in this new improved condition, it glorifies you. It puts you more in alignment with being a perfect reflection of God's glory. Yeah, it beautifies. It beautifies, and your star shine. Your beauty is shining, and it's a beautification process here. Of what? Of your vibe, of your energy. Name the country where you'd find the headquarters of the Shell Group. It's in the Netherlands. The Netherlands. The Netherlands. Now, this is also giving me the energy of the Tahitian belly dancers with their coconut shells and their stuff like that. Okay, I got that energy, and I heard the Netherlands and the nether regions. So there's something here about you taking care of your yoni, your noni, your private area. Okay, so maybe you're taking a period of cleansing yourself also, and purifying your body sexually, like you're not engaging, and you reach the completion of that time. So there's also something about reserving your power by not sharing your sexual activity with others. Pulling the energy in and not putting the energy out. I get that the vagina is a sacred portal to other dimensions. And there's this, if you're going to get inside of my sacred portal, honey, and we're going to be portaling shit to or from other dimensions, it's going to have to be really fucking beautiful. Ain't no half stepping. It's only going to be in beauty when you connect that way with somebody else, and you're beginning to think about that actually, and you might be getting a lot of sexual attraction. Remembering that we're talking about money, all of a sudden there's an improvement. There is an improvement. Everybody's recognizing your value and your worth and what you're giving and why your service is better and why they want your product instead and why they want to come do business with you and why they want to put money in your hand. This is about real people starting to look at you and find you attractive, and they want to get at you and they want to touch you and they want to feel you and they want to get in you and all this stuff like that. You're going to see this. Your energy is going to touch on others in a more, I'm hearing, in a more all-encompassing way. Your energy is so potent, it's going to begin calling different ones to you. Okay. And where this is all taking you in the activation, it's taking you to the Two of Cups, and it's taking you to activation. Okay. So Two of Cups, we talked about love. We talked about the kiss. You kissing it there. You're holding it in your hand. So this is taking you to that money. Is taking you to love in some sort of way. Okay, which one is it? The one on the floor? Okay, thank you. In your outcome energy, clarifying this, we have the island, and it is Easter Island, also called Rapa Nui. Okay. True or false? The name Easter Island comes from a British sailor named Easter. False. It was named by a Dutch sailor who landed there on Easter Monday. When is Easter Monday this year? Something about that date. Easter Monday. Hold on a second. Is it Easter Monday? Easter's on a Sunday. Easter 2022 is on Sunday, April 17th. Okay, something important is going to happen for somebody. You're going to be meeting somebody. You're going to be activating with somebody. You're going to be making something official. You're going to be starting somebody. You might find somebody to kiss on April 17th. We've been talking about something big coming in April. That money is going to hit somebody's account April 17th. Something big coming in. Okay. Which of these is the approximate distance from Easter Island to Pitcairn Island, the nearest body of land? It's not 125 miles. It's not 12,500 miles. It is 1,250 miles. And I would walk 1,000 miles an hour. Okay. So that song coming up for somebody. 1250. I heard your ancestors are meeting you halfway. Oh, I heard, no, they already there. They waiting for you to show up. The energy is ready when you show up. So what I'm getting with this is the sooner you go through this process of healing your own energy, letting go of the shit from the past, and grounding yourself in this solid vibration where you're focused on the elements of your life that you appreciate and you would invite more of in, okay? The more you focus on what would it feel like if I actually had the outcome that I really have been wishing for this whole time, focusing on that, that's what's gonna put you closer to this, and you're gonna get that. Okay, 1250. So we have the number 8 also here with the number 8. Okay, that's giving me very much the strength card. It's giving me control. You're gonna have control. Now I'm all grown up. Now your finances is about to be all grown up. You've got to have control over financial matters. You're going to have some financial power. You're going to have power in love. You're going to have power in your vibration. You're going to be standing in your power. 1, this is about your personal authority and leadership qualities. 2, this is about working with others. This is about partnerships. This is about duality and everything. 5, this is about the Hierophant. This is about the divine authority. This is about the spiritual authority. And 0, this is about infinite potential. This is about infinite potential. This is about infinite potential. Are you noticing your connection to infinite potential? That you are infinite being. You are an infinite being. You're connected to all things. Okay, you can draw an anything. Name the country to which Easter Island belongs. It belongs to the country Chile. Chile is getting hot in here, so take up all your clothes. Okay, so somebody here, you're definitely attracting the love experience, and y'all gonna want to take off all your clothes. Oh, shit. Whoo, I'm glad I looked up. The laptop is disconnected. Whoo, save. It said 4% left. Oh, no. All right. We got it, though. So just in the nick of time, right before something dies, all of a sudden, bam, we're connected to that lifeline. Something here, you may be feeling like you might be going through this financial pitch for a minute, right? But don't fall into the energy of greed. Make sure you focus on how you're blessed and how things are working out for you. If it makes you feel better, do it. You know, it make you feel better. You at this financial pinch, you make it feel better to go do something that makes sense. You know, go get a little job, go do a little side hustle, go sell something, go make something, go do something. Okay, do that. You know, and knowing and trusting that the universe and God is meeting you, supporting you, and you got a gift on the way. Okay, so it's spicy. It's spicy. There's honey. You're going to find out at the end of this situation that there was a reason why you've been in this pinch. There's a reason why, okay? Now, we have reached the end of our general free tarot message for today. I'm going to blow my nose again. If you sent a donation of at least $5 US, not $4.99 or less, $4.99 or less, thank you. I'll just feel blessed because you sent me a love donation. But if you send me $5 US or more and you had a personal question, let me know where I can find it. Put your question in the box right now, people. Right now. Because I'm going to be looking for those donations and I'll be doing your personal questions. Only do that if the red rectangle is live. Once I start singing the closing tune, then that's it. Anything that comes in after that, sorry, you're going to have to wait or email me to get a TikTok. And I'll do you a little video just for you. Okay, so I'm back. Nose is blowing. I can breathe again. Advice about these sugar mamas and daddies that reach out to me with their offerings. Okay. What is the advice about these sugar mamas and daddies that reach out to you with their offerings? What do we have? What's the guidance for you, my dear? Soplalo! With the sneeze? Okay. What do we have? What's the guidance? The guidance for you is the 9 of Pentacles, honey. Accept, receive with peace and contentment. You have everything that you need, but honey, this is about gains. This is about financial gains. If people want to contribute to you, how many times have you given and gotten nothing in return? Of course, you know, God is trying to always give you the abundance you deserve and bring things in for you. But so often, maybe your ego's like, no, I can't accept that. Or you don't believe in something. They said, take your gains. The big thing that they're cautioning is be cautious that you don't fall into thinking that you owe anybody any fucking thing. A gift is a motherfucking gift. That's what it is. And you can say, so this is a gift? Yes, this is a gift. Okay, cool. Because then later, if they ask you for anything in return, you said it was a gift. It was not a payment. There's a big difference. Is it a gift? Okay, cool. Take your gains. That's what God said. That's what you heard from me. That's what I got for you today. How you like the show? What a beautiful show, if you ask me. I'm loving this energy. So, I'm going to go chill so I can get my respiratories back in order. I'll be back. Until next time. Sending you so much love and peace and happiness. Kamsahamnida. Gracias. Later, bye-bye.